매번 야야야야야 불러 널 야야야야 내 맘을 고백하려고 타이밍만 보는 나 그런 나를 넌 보며 왜 그러냐고 묻네 너 때문에.
You never really imagined that one day the father that you had always idolized, talked about in your friends, bragged about in the college, would literally turn your world upside down. Not by doing something to someone, but just casually assuming that you will never say no to anything he says. And with that you mean anything. Just a few days ago, you were given the information that your marriage has been fixed with one of your father's friends. Like, is he even for real? How can your father do that? He fixed your marriage with someone without even discussing. And in his defense, all he said was that he thought you will be always agreeing to whatever he says because you had done all this your life. But wasn't it so simple? This wasn't some dance class that he was getting you enrolled into without asking. This was marriage. Once you're married, there is no going back. And even though he chose someone for you, he could not find someone of your age, like his friend, his. You know what's even more funny? Your mother is okay with it. She was supposed to have you back, wasn't she? You chugged down another shot of tequila while sitting on the benches in the bar of a club. You tried talking to your parents, but they were just not understanding you. When he told you about this weeks ago, you thought that he was kidding, but now your father asked you to get ready tomorrow because his friend was visiting you. Which leads you to be here in this bar, chugging your drinks down as if it's water. And with chugging, you looked at the weird ass guy who was giving you looks from past 5 minutes. The moment you made eye contact, he walked towards you and held your hand while you glared at his hand. Okay, you were in no mood to tolerate someone's bullshit right now. All you wanted was to get out of whatever you were feeling, and this feeling was not good. You felt caged. You felt suffocated. You needed to distract your mind. While you were in your thoughts, a guy with big back came and towered the guy. This boy just made a face and walked away from you, going back to his seat, but the one thing that you noticed immediately was the voice of the person you had towered the guy earlier. Okay, so when was the last time when you felt something for opposite gender? Second grade? You looked at the man who was getting the drinks for himself, his right hand full of tattoos and a little more under his lips, attracting you to have a bite. This man was literally having you to have the urge to look in the mirror to fix yourself. The moment he looked into your eyes, you snapped back to reality with a little fringe in your body. Your mouth, which was open now, was shut after his eyes traveled to your lips. You gulped a thick amount of lump in your throat and took a deep breath before saying, he sat on the little chair that was kept beside you and looked at your face as if he was trying to read something. You were drunk as hell by now, and you thought that he was staring at your face because it looked weird. You were very glad to sit beside such a handsome man, but not anymore. The moment he asked you to go back to your place, you gave him that irritated look and said, saying such an iconic line which you had heard from the memes, you started walking away from him, but it was just such a bad day for you that you literally could not walk straight and got all wobbly. Jungkook shook his head while sitting on his chair and then walked towards you and held you by your side. Jungkook looked at you as if he saw a ghost while you gave him a cheeky smile out of nowhere. He looked like he wanted to ask you many questions. You swept your hands on his cheeks and said, you were so drunk that you were out of your senses. You might probably regret everything that you're saying and doing right now, but who cares about tomorrow? That idiotic friend of your friend is coming to see you. You tried to step towards the room once again when Jungkook out of nowhere picked you up on his shoulder like a shag of potatoes and you started throwing your legs so that you could get out of his grip. And without saying anything else, you were carried to a random stranger's home. Oh, what a night to remember. When you reached Jungkook's place, he made you lie down on the bed and he removed your heels. On the way to his place, you were sleeping soundly in his car, and to be precise, you did not even realize, but you crawled to him slowly on his lap while he was literally driving.